subscribe to our channel of Like Fluid. Yes, Spark Hearts has now had its first release, and this is just going to be a short video talking about it, but I'm not doing a full series. Now you might be wondering why. It's a very simple reason. This VN is fully voiced, so there is literally nothing for me to do on a video. I will just be letting it run, which is not how I do things here on the channel. So I just wanted to talk a bit about this, let you know it's around, and suggest you check it out. I'll put the links for Patreon and so on as usual in the description, and you can find it on itch.io. I don't have any links to itch.io pages. That's because YouTube gets fussy about them, especially if things are not safe for work. This, however, is, but I don't trust YouTube in the slightest, so there are no itch.io links. But yes, this is a fully safe for work, free VN you can just download, and I recommend you read through it yourself, because I'm just going to talk briefly. It's going to be a short excerpt, and then I'm just going to run the credits to give proper credit to all the great people involved, plus me. Yes, I am part of the cast, so you'll see that bit later. So what is Spark Hearts? Well, it's set on a world called Wanda. It's a planet that is in symbiosis with its inhabitants. So as long as the inhabitants are living virtuous lives, they're doing well, the planet does well. Once things don't go so well in their lives and they're out for themselves, they are, yes, not the people you want to hang out with. Things don't go so well for the world. The VN itself does give you a much better explanation. I don't want to ramble on for too long about this, but that is basically the world. So it's something very different. We haven't seen that before that I'm aware of in the furry VNs. So it is going to be interesting to see how all this plays out and how things work. And I have to say, props to Comet for actually coming up with this really interesting idea. I can't think of many other things like that. I can think of one similar, but that's not quite the same. That's more what we think just regular inhabitants are actually parasites and the planet itself is alive. This is a symbiotic relationship, so it's quite different. But I think this is going to be really interesting. If anyone wants to know, I have no idea where this story is going. If I did, I couldn't talk about it. I just get a script to read, and that's basically all I know. So a lot of this is new to me, and a lot of the scenes were new when I first read this, which is really fun. So I think if you like the stuff I normally do, you're going to enjoy this one. So what I'm going to do is drop you into a scene here. We'll have a quick view of the characters. I might just mention some of them there, and then we're going to do a short scene where you can just look at my work in this, and then I'll just talk a bit more about it at the end. One moment. So here are some of our cast, and you'll see in a bit our MC, Maru Chikyugi. I may be totally mangling that name, I'm not very good with some of these names, but he is always known as MC, which is a very nice touch. I like that little nod to how we do things here. But yeah, these are what you're going to see when you log in. And this is, like most VNs are when they first come out, a work in progress. So there will be some changes as we go along. Art styles might change a bit. Things and going on. As you've probably seen in many VNs, especially the ones on the channel, you can see changes happening from when I start to the end of it. So yeah, it is a work in progress, which is always worth keeping in mind with this. But we are going to just have a quick chat with one person here. That's going to be Sigmund Popwell. Have you guessed why yet?
Are you busy?
There we go. You see, that's our MC there.
Ah, yes? No, lad, it's pretty calm compared to other days.
Is that a phone I hear?
Ugh.
No personal electronic devices are allowed during class sessions. You, of all people, should know about confidentiality, right, Sigmund? If you have an urgent matter to attend to, please step outside.
I'm sorry, Headmaster. It won't happen again. Hope you could excuse me for that. Bad habit of mine. Always glued to my phone. Anyway, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Sigmund Popwell. I'm the Chief Engineer of Anima Medical Devices. I supervise the design and development of major medical devices.
Oh, the hospital back home. I mean, where I just moved from, uses Anima Medical Devices.
Well, I'm not surprised. All major health systems utilize our devices.
So, hold on. How are you going to manage a job and the program?
Oh, caffeine, late nights. Oh, and time management, of course. That was a joke, of course. Stimulants like caffeine are so hard to come by these days. How I long for a nice brewed pot of coffee. Just like the old days with my wife. Nothing's the same anymore. But back to your inquiry. You ought to know the importance of this program. My higher-ups wanted me to cut my hours. Become part-time, they said. That's how important it is for me to be here. But I couldn't possibly fathom that.
Why not? You seem inundated with all those messages.
To the average onlooker, yes. So many people depend on my work as a medical engineer. And so many people depend on historians to pave a path for a brighter future. Even if I can save one fire from being extinguished prematurely. So nobody has to go through what happened to my... If I can let one fire burn longer, then it makes all my sacrifices worthwhile.
So that was a short sneak peek about this first build of Spark Arts. There's a lot more in there to see, which I'm not going to show you. You should definitely check it out for yourselves. Interestingly, this game is actually made in Unity, not Ren'Py, so you can definitely see there are some differences to what the Ren'Py VN will be, and I think it's going to go well. So yeah, do I have much more to say? Not really. I just want to say thank you to Comet and Nick Nocturne in particular for Comet coming up with this whole VN, asking me to be part of it, and Nick for being an amazing voice director. I'm having a great time working with everyone on this VN, and I look forward to working with them as we go forward in this story. And yes, I had no idea what we're going to learn about Sigmund. I will find out as we go along, as will all of you. So I hope you will go and check this out. If you like it, please leave a review. Yeah, please support this VN. Comet's put a lot of work into it, so is everyone else. And I think it's going to turn out amazingly, like I say. So we can just have some credits here so you can just see the people involved. That, like I say, they are great to work with, and you should definitely support them if you can. The Patreon link is in the bottom. As I say about patrons, thanks to Andy Peng, Aaron Fox, Bastian, Baker, Brian Hall, Cobus Visser, Dissonant, Zigzag, Grizz, Half As Mouse Productions, Ida Koval, Evan King, Kartek, Makenya, Maris Avantes, Lark Huskerton, Greylock, Hoob, Andy Bear, Volpasni Coffee, Ara Matarasu, Tiger Kavsamuto, Spiderling, Rafu and Omar, all my top patrons, and everyone who actually supports the channel through Patreon. I thank you for it, and if you can afford to support one of the VNs, maybe Spark Arts. I know all the devs whose work I show will really appreciate that, but only if you can. But thank you for watching this short video. I hope you will check Spark Arts out, and this weekend will be either By Your Hands or Spectrum of Hybrids. I'm not quite sure which one's coming first. Whichever of those doesn't come first will come second. If I say one of them, I'll have 50% chance of being right, but I will see the end. Bye for now.